Hello, welcome to Calculus 1 online at UMKC. I'll be your instructor for the course. My name is Stephanie Van Ryan. The point of this video is to go over the course syllabus, the structure for the course, and then Canvas in my lab and mastering within Canvas. So the first thing we're going to look at the syllabus. You can find a downloadable, printable PDF version of the syllabus here, and you can find the HTML version on this homepage for the syllabus. Some things I want to point out: this is an online asynchronous course. It has requirements of 4 exams and a final proctored on campus or virtually. I know a lot of people take online courses because they have a crazy schedule, and I'm willing to be flexible with the time and place where you take your exams. I have a proctor that has some flexibility as well. So that just takes some communication. If you have any concerns with that, please let me know. Office hours will be held online virtually from 12 to 1 on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then I have a wide range of appointments that you can sign up for if you would like some one-on-one FaceTime with me. Catalog information, you can read through that. Some things I want to highlight in the course information is this course is part of the Auto Access program, and you should be able to get access from day 1. You should get an email from the bookstore with a code, and you have until February 5th this semester to opt out of that code, and your student count won't be charged. We will be using my Math Lab and Piazza for our online message board, and a calculator. They recommend a TI 30XA. You can use any non-graphing calculator. So if your non-graphing calculator can do derivatives or integrals, you will not be able to use it on the proctored hour exams or on the proctored final. You have to take the final in this course. You will receive an F in the class if you do not take the final. You can read some information about the chapters that we'll cover here. The grading criteria is broken down into my Math Lab homework and written homework, my Math Lab quizzes, the 4 semester exams, and the final exam. My Math Lab homework, you can read about how that works in my Math Lab. You can read about how my Math Lab quizzes work. The written homework will be on Canvas, and I'll go over that a little bit later in this video. The final exam will be on Saturday, May 11th from 10:30 to 12:30. So the course coordinator will write the final exam, and everyone in calculus will take the same final exam. Your student learning outcomes, expectations and policies. This is a coordinated course, and one thing that needs to be coordinated is you will not have the use of graphing calculators on exams or quizzes. Occasionally there might be a problem in the homework where a graphing calculator might be beneficial to understand a concept, and in that case you can use the Demos online graphing calculator. It does a great job of visualizing what's going on, especially when we get to derivatives and things like that, and verifying things. It's nice to see it in a graphing calculator, but you will not be tested on problems that require a graphing calculator. This is an online course. I understand you guys all have your own schedule and things like that, so I'm willing to be flexible with due dates and things that you need. Communication is very important. Just keep in contact with me with what you need. I want to see everyone be successful in this class. I want to give you the tools and resources that you need to be successful on those exams, and then of course on the final exam, and for you to learn and understand the content needed to go on for Calc 2 and continue your mathematical education. So for help with the mathematics, you can always come to office hours and work with me one-on-one. You can post messages to the Piazza message board. That's kind of our virtual classroom, and I'll go over that. The Mathematics and Science Tutoring Center has face-to-face tutors. We're also going to have a supplemental instruction this semester, and I will send out more information about that. This is a link to the web page that I created for Calculus 1 students, and it has previous semester's final exams. So you can find old final exams here. And as we get closer to preparing for that final, I want to prepare you for the final that the course coordinator is going to write. So these are all written by the course coordinator. And you can read about university-wide policies and the College of Arts and Sciences policies here. You can also find them within Canvas. It's kind of the syllabus breakdown. My math lab breakdown, there's not a ton of content within Canvas. The one thing that's going to be within Canvas is going to be your written homework assignments. So I will be listing the written homework assignments kind of as we go through them. You can click on the written homework assignment. You can download a Canvas app to your phone and submit them. So if you want to submit assignments, a lot of students will take a picture of the written homework assignment and upload it. I only ask that you merge all your files into one PDF. So this would be the homework assignment that will be due. And you'll print this out, you'll write on it, and then you'll take a picture and merge that into one PDF and upload that to Canvas. I will be downloading them, grading them, and writing on them, and then re-uploading the answer key and any comments I have to the Canvas gradebook. So that's the only thing we really do in Canvas is the written homework assignments. The module is really for the first week of just kind of going through, watching this video. You can always find links to this video here. You can download the syllabus and the checklist. And the checklist comes in handy if you print that off and keep that with your notes for calculus and just kind of go through what's due each week. I know everyone has different schedules, so for week 1, everything will be due the Tuesday of the next week. Week 1's a little different because Friday's the last day to drop for 100% refund. So, well, actually this semester it's Monday. So Friday I want to make sure you guys have gotten in there and done something in the course. If not, then you'll be automatically dropped from the course. However, this will be due on Tuesday, January the 29th. So week 2 stuff will be due the next Tuesday and so forth. So after the first week, everything's due Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. Hopefully that gives you time to work on it in the weekend if you need to, and then on Monday to do any kind of help sessions you might need or office hours, and then all day Tuesday as well, because it'll be due that Tuesday night. The Piazza message board, if you haven't logged in to Piazza before, it's pretty simple. You come in here and you'll put your name, your email. I have already done this with a sample student. So once you've logged into Piazza, you're able to create posts and see posts on threads that other students have created. You can look at the welcome from Piazza. I have posted the introduction for myself here. When you create a post, you'll go new post. You can have a question, a note. You can post it to the entire class or just to me. The instructor here, or the folder, so if you have a question on 2.5, you can write your question here and you can put your details here. Since we use a lot of online homework, you can take screenshots in my math lab and post them here, and then I can respond to them that way. So this is kind of our virtual classroom. It's meant to be able to, if you want to post a question at any time of day, you can post it here and I will respond to it. You can also respond to each other's questions on it and go that way. The meat and potatoes of the content is going to be in the My Lab and Mastering. So when you click on the My Lab and Mastering, you're going to open it, you're going to agree to Pearson's stuff, and then you're going to register with it. So if you already have a Pearson's account, you can log in with your username and password here. If you do not have an account, you can create one. And then through this process, you'll use the code from the bookstore for the auto access. If you're not going to use auto access, you opt out of that. You have 14 days of free access. Once you log into My Math Lab, I want to go over some of the features within the program. If you click on the assignment tab in the toolbar on the left-hand side of the page, you want to make sure that the toggle's down on all homework assignments. Sometimes it'll just be on homework and you'll only be able to see the homework. So you want to drop that down to all assignments. And then you can see all the assignments that are in the My Math Lab system. You can click on a homework assignment and work within the homework assignment. Some of them only have a few questions, some of them have more. Within each question, you have on the homework question help possibilities, help me solve it, view an example. You can link to animation in the textbook. Sometimes these can be very beneficial to kind of go through to see what's going on in this question. So that's within the homework assignment. The next thing I want to talk about is the multimedia library. So the multimedia library is going to be all your resources for the course. So if you want to go into chapter 1, let's go to chapter 2, limits, and look at all the resources for all the sections, and you're going to make sure that they're all selected, and you can find animations. So this might be linked to a homework assignment question, but you can also view it here. Interactive figures from your book, so these can be beneficial. Multimedia textbook, if you click on that, it should open the section. And then videos within any of those sections. So you have your lecture video here and so forth to find that. If you want to look at the ideas of a limit, the multimedia textbook, you'll need to download the CDF player. I know it's a pretty large file to download, but I think it's worth it to really get the full benefit of the textbook. You can look in chapter content and look at the HTML file of the book. It's just not the same. The player really allows you to manipulate those figures and stuff right inside the textbook. So some examples here would be to look at this figure and see if they have some of the interactivity. Here we go. Here's one where you can manipulate this and see kind of what's going on there. If I change the instantaneous velocity, what does that look like? So this can be pretty beneficial. It also has quick checks, and you can see the answer there. So you want to make sure, if you want to read through the textbook, this is a good way to do so. The exercises, getting started and practicing, you can see some of these. The T would be linked to technology. So the technology kind of helps visualize what's going on, but you won't be tested on using any kind of technology. And then you can see the practice exercises and really kind of work through them. This drop-down menu also gives you kind of a quick way. If I want to see an example of instantaneous velocity, I can get there. Content, this is the whole book, so you should be able to open up another section if you want and go through it there. You can download these and view them offline, and so there's really kind of a lot in the My Math Lab that's pretty powerful to understand it. Many different ways to access it too. You have this interactive ebook, and you can download the CDF player here, and then make sure that when you open it, you're opening it with the CDF player. So if you have any questions on that, please let me know. We can always hop on to Zoom and I could walk you through it. You can share your desktop and I can make sure that you're good to go. You want to make sure you do that in the beginning of the course. I've taught this course online many different times, and it seems like students will, towards the end of the semester, kind of realize all the variety of support they can get, and they wish they would have taken advantage of it early on. So please do that. You're most likely to be successful when you hop onto the Zoom office hours and you post questions to the Piazza message board and you communicate with me, hey, I missed the deadline for this homework assignment. Can you please extend it out so I can make sure I understand chapter 2 before I try to do chapter 3, things like that. I'm willing to work with you guys. I really want to see you be successful and learn the material for calculus. Online is tricky. This is my 6th year teaching full-time online, so I understand how isolating it can be. So if you're just willing to reach out, I'm more than happy to work with you guys on anything you need to be successful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to support you guys.